Yeah, I have more to say about this 90-second trailer. So anyway, a lot of things that I got wrong or missed out in the last video, right, that my chat decided to point out. The first one, I think very simply, is this static sort of jump cutting thing. Right, we're getting right into this, okay. Now I said in the last video that this static jump cutting, I couldn't really tell whether it was in-game or if it was just for cutting and editing, because it would fit with this level, right? That's obviously why it's been edited in. And I say it's been edited in because of one very important reason. This is the alternate sharpshooter. And then after we jump cut, one of the jump cuts has him go to his regular sharpshooter. Which means that this entire video has been recorded over multiple runs. It's not just one run, it's multiple runs spliced together to create this, this effect, this static effect of, ooh, look at it, look at how confusing it is. So it would have been very cool, very interesting to have in universe, but it's pretty clear that it's not. So that was something that you guys pointed out. Another thing that you guys pointed out is the angel. Where is it? Show up. Come on. Shut up. This angel. Of course, it's the big bad. It's the big new enemy. Ooh. So there are several things to say about this guy that I didn't pick up on. The first one is another big just goof by me. I said I didn't know what its name was. Its name was just in the description of the video. It's called Providence, which, obviously is a very angelic name, right? Providence, you think of it like an angel or something. Ooh, Terraria, Calamity Boss. Ooh. But if you actually look at the meaning of the word Providence, it means, right, like it's in the protection of God, which checks out, it's an angel, but also it has another meaning of, like, it's preparing for future possibilities, right? Like you can have providence, you can encourage providence. It's my screen just flashed because I was tapping out. So I'm wondering whether this enemy will at all lean into that other meaning of providence, or if it's just purely providence as in under the protection of God, being watched by God. We'll have to wait and see. But it does also come up with the interesting idea of it's under the watchful eye of God. Well, it's just a big eye, right? Like that's what it is. It's just a big eye. It's under the watch. It's watching you. It's looking at you. It's pretty intensely staring at you. So perhaps, because providence also, it means God or like any other spiritual being, I believe. In this instance, it will be because the angel was under the watchful eye of God, but it could potentially mean that the angel is watching you and you're under the watch of this angel. Potentially, I doubt it, but that is just another idea that I'm throwing out there. I also saw someone say that this weird little texture thing could be a placeholder texture. Now, I don't think it is at all. I think this is a very... Ooh, bongo cat item. I think this is a very deliberate design decision. And I think a lot of people in my comments put it in a very good way. It's all the angels in this game, or like the higher angels in this game, like Gabriel and the counselors of heaven, hide their faces under masks. This angel, clearly... there's no mask, and we can probably assume it's a greater angel, or maybe potentially even a supreme angel. Don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But you can see it's uncovered, so perhaps V1's camera isn't actually able to process what this being looks like. It could be like, some kind of higher being that V1 can't process what it looks like. So in its place, this is what V1 sees, or this is like a kind of placeholder that V1 puts there. I really like this idea of the angel being like a higher being, so complicated that you can't see its true form. I really like that, and if that is the case, I hope that's expanded upon with other angels in the game, because I hope we get more than just this one angel. Because if we only have Providence, Virtue, and Gabriel, that's 3 angels in the game. We have a lot more husks and machines than 3. So I would like to see more angels. That'd be very cool. Anyway, moving on to this attack. I said, I thought in this attack, in Brutal and Violent, this attack will have more beams. You know, maybe it'll have 8 beams in Violent and Brutal. A few people seem to think that was a pretty good idea, so I'm pretty happy with that one. I do think that's a pretty good idea for what's going to happen with this beam. But I'm wondering about the parryability of this thing, because we're yet to see purple lasers used from an orb, right? We've only seen them as just the laser. We've not had them come out of an orb. So I'm wondering, will this orb be parryable, or will it have some kind of special property where you can't parry purple orbs the same way that you can't dash through purple lasers? Oh, I hope that you can parry it, because it honestly seems like a pretty risky parry to go for, especially because you can't, you can't dash through the lasers. But considering that you can't dash through the lasers, maybe you can't parry the orb. I don't know. But I get there are so many things that we're going to have to wait and see for more teasers or the actual layer to release later this year. Also, now that I'm here, I want to talk about this. I stand by everything that I said here. However, this yellow circle in the middle is very interesting. People pointed out again in my comments that in Dante's Inferno, Fraud kind of descends down into a focal point of Treachery, right? Like it kind of like focuses down into Treachery. And this could potentially be what that is. I think I mentioned in the last video, perhaps in Fraud, it will be like Lust and Greed, where throughout the levels we get closer and closer to this central point. And if the idea that in the middle down here is where Treachery is, or at least, like something along that kind of lines, I think that idea holds a lot more weight, that we might be traveling closer and closer to this central area throughout the layer. I haven't read Dante's Inferno, so I'm going entirely off what my comments have said there. That is entirely what they've said. Now, something. Further into the thing, there was a white orb somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but there was a white orb. Yes, right here. A white hook point. I still have no idea what this could possibly be or do. I saw some ideas that potentially when you kill Providence, it'll drop one of these orbs. I don't know, because there is a point in the trailer where you do see V1 kill a Providence. Right here. You can see it die. Ooh. Whoopsies. You can see it die. And you can see for a brief second, it has like the circle and the triangle shape, the same triangle shape that is on the orb, right? Like the white orb. It's the same. Where is it? Dude, come on. Yeah, it's the same sort of triangle shape as the orb. So maybe once you kill a Providence, it drops the orb? I don't know though, because we don't really get to see it like fall like the Virtue Orb does. So I don't know whether this orb will stay there. But there's always a but with this. You can see that it's in a different position, right? Like the Providence died like down here and the orb is up here. So I'm inclined to believe that it's not the enemy that leaves the orb there, but I can't say that with 100% certainty. I can't say anything here with 100% certainty. But that is to be determined. Currently unknown. Another thing, I said that this looked like a blue homing orb. Can you blame me? It looks like a blue homing orb. However, if we go a little bit earlier where it's, not all blurry, you can make out that this is a blue hook point, not a blue homing orb. So, slight change there. Also, I do want to point out, I saw people saying that these were hideous mass mortars. No, absolutely not. Number one, there's 3 of them. Hideous masses usually work in sets of 2. And number 2, they're not moving in an arc. Like hideous mass mortars, they move in an arc. They go up and then down. Where are they coming up from? You know, where are they coming up from? These are very clearly moving sideways. The only other enemy that shoots an orb like this is a schism on difficulties below standard. So, I'm going to just assume that this is below standard, because maybe Hikito was just struggling on standard. I don't know. Either that, or these orbs are just so far away that the actual connecting beam has broken. I actually don't know if that's a thing that can happen. If that's a thing that can happen, let me know. But currently, I'm just going to say that this is a difficulty below standard, and it's definitely a schism. Actually, is that the schism down there? I can't tell if that's the schism. That's a schism. I can't tell if that is as well, but that you can see the schism right there. Oh, you can also see the virtue. I was right. I thought, yeah, you can see the virtue down there as well. How did I miss that? Oh, the gutter man beams were covering it. So yeah, there's a schism there. So these are schism beams. Virtue there, which means there's something down there. Who knows? Maybe you come out that building up to here. Who knows? Going back, another thing that got wrong. This. That sliding noise. It's different to the typical sliding noise. But a lot of you were quick to point out, this actually isn't a new noise like I thought it was. I thought it was a new noise. It's not a new noise. It's apparently just what sliding over carpet sounds like, which I genuinely didn't know. I didn't know that. But I guess carpet it's not the most common material in the game, and I'm not usually sliding over it for an extended period of time. So I didn't know that was what sliding on a carpet sounds like, but that's not a new noise. When I said it was a new noise, which, yeah. And then I think second to last thing, the scrawling blood on the wall. I don't know what put this here. I don't know who put this here. I don't know why this is here. But I saw someone theorize that it was the machines that put it here. It's the machines that have come into hell. It's the machines that are the ones coming in and causing this chaos and the blood to be over the wall. I like this idea because the machines are an invasive species to hell. But also, why would a machine use blood and write it on a wall? It seems a bit weird to me. I doubt that'll ever really get explained. I think this will probably just stay ambiguous, kind of like all the other blood writing in the game that we don't really know, like the blood writing in 7-3 at the beginning that we don't really know who put that there. I think that might just stay ambiguous. And then the final thing is someone mentioned this ending. So V1 steps in here, and it flickers away. Why does it flicker away? Why have we chosen to not show the door opening, to just immediately flick away, to revealing that it's going to be coming soon? Someone theorized that this could be like a 7-1 situation where the door opens and then actually there's a final encounter. This room feels a bit small for that, but this, that room size isn't a fixed thing anymore. So it's entirely possible that this room could open up into a full new arena or a whole new bit. Like, this could be like a complete fake out halfway through the level, and actually this completely opens up into the rest of the level. We can't say for certain anymore that this is the end of the level. So I think that is very interesting to think about, and it would be very cool to see more of Fraud and see where Hikita takes the moving walls aspect of the levels. I think that's mostly everything that I missed or got wrong. I've talked about this fucking trailer for like 40 minutes because there's just so much packed into so little, and I am very excited to see the rest of Fraud. So, like, you know, do the subscribe thing, because I'm going to be doing this for, like, all of the Fraud trailers. Probably, if I have time. I have the time. I'm doing nothing for the next 3 months. So yeah, subscribe for more Fraud trailer analysis, because I wanna do that. I'm gonna do that. You can't stop me. I'm gonna do that.